Hello YouTube and welcome back to my channel. Today is the May 30th and I am just hopping on right now. Let's check out what my earthquake app says has happened over the last while. I just woke up. It is 3:23. I did just wake up. I was up all night last night doing nothing important at all, just am a night owl. So I did notice, I haven't checked this map in a while, but I did notice some important things happening that I told you guys would happen. I did tell you that Japan might see some more activity, and they did. They got a whopping 5.6 in, am I going to even try to pronounce that name? Hokkaido, Japan region. That is my best Japanese accent. I don't even know if I got the name right, but there you go. I told you guys to watch Russia moderately, and they received a 4.5 inland finally. Sorry, I'm so tired. This watch will remain for probably a couple weeks at least. I told you guys to watch Alaska and the not the Kuril Islands. What islands are these? What islands are these? What is the island? Aleutian Islands. Unalaska Islands. Why is it Unalaska? It's not Alaska in that case because it's Unalaska. Okay, cool. I told you guys to watch between there and here for stronger activity, and look what's taken place. We have I said moderate to strong activity. Not very strong, but higher than usual. So we have a 3.4, that's higher than normal. 3.1, higher than normal. Barely higher than normal. 2.5, that's pretty normal. A 2.4, pretty normal. A 4.1. Okay, cool. So we're seeing some stronger activity, and that signifies what the energy will be coming and passing along into the USA. Let's just take a look at some of these other dots. Let's see what they are. 2.1, totally normal. 2.3, totally normal. 2.6, pretty normal. 2.2, normal. There's another one hidden behind this 2.2. Trying to push on it. Come on, push on. Okay, 3.1, a little higher than normal. Not by much, but a little bit. 2.0. 2.3. 3.1. So we have several pretty, I'm not going to say pretty good. We have several unusually higher earthquakes that I told you guys would happen because of all the orange activity down here traveling upward along these white lines, which are plate boundaries, up into Russia, over the Bering Sea, through Alaska and Canada, down into the USA, and look at that. That's what's happening. Okay, good news. Finally, for the first time in about 17 days, we have activity that is healthy along California again. California has been silent for about, I would say, 17 days. Finally, we're seeing some more balanced, healthy activity. So let's take a look. I'm not sure. I don't think I want to look through all of these. Let's just look at the. Oh my god! I'm so sorry, you guys. Okay, yawning. Let's just look at the newer ones. A 2.2. A 2.2, normal, normal, normal. Sacramento got a little one, a 2.2. Probably didn't even feel it. Let me know if you did. Central California, 2.5. Oh, a little swarm happening in North Belridge. Let's check it out. It looks like this is kind of farming territory, 2.1. 2.3. 2.15. Come on, let's check them all out real quick. I'm looking for a bigger one that might signify that maybe we should watch this area, but look, all of these are pretty normal. So we'll just keep an eye on this Central California, North Belridge area. If we see more swarming or higher magnitude activity, then we can suggest that it needs to be watched, but for now it seems pretty normal. Let's go on over here to the southeast. Let's see. This is near Ridgecrest. Ridgecrest had a big earthquake in 2019, June of 2019, so about a month or a year ago, sorry, not a month ago. Nearly a year now. These could be well, I don't know what exact fault it fell on, so they seem like they're maybe aftershocks for that area, but maybe not. So they're still seeing aftershocks a year later. Yes, you are correct. Okay, these are the aftershocks. Ah! Sorry. Keep yawning. I always yawn when I make these videos. I have no idea why. Maybe I should wait a moment before waking up and making a video. Let's see. Hold on just a minute. So these are the aftershocks of the Nevada 6.5 that they had about, let's say, about 3 weeks ago. Aftershock activity seems to be dying down pretty well. What's interesting that I'm just noting is it's kind of separating to little groups. You see how there's one little group here, 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 here. It seems to be separating into little groups. Maybe that's just coincidental, but it's a pattern that I've been seeing. So out this way has been seeing a little bit of earthquakes in Mena. It says that Mena's here, but I'm sure it extends over here because that's where the other earthquakes have been happening, and that's something new. And so Mena is kind of on my watch list, as well as this area. Where is this? 2.9. Let's just check out these, what they are. 3.4. 3.4. Those are higher moderate earthquakes near Mona Lake, and Mona Lake has been something that has been on my watch list because there are several important faults very near this area, so I'm watching this area as well. Moving on. Let's turn this back around. Flip. There we go. Washington had an earthquake. I told you guys that it would. 2.6. Idaho, these are aftershock activities from about 3 months ago, 4 months ago. Yeah, it hasn't been that long, has it? But it seems like very active today, which makes sense. There is a lot of activity coming in from Alaska today. We also see earthquakes traveling across. Finally, during the silence of California, we didn't see any earthquakes traveling across the USA, suggesting the energy was not dispersing like it should, which means that it was becoming pent up, and we were concerned. Me, other forecasters, and people watching the activity. So it does look like it's finally dispersing, taking a little pressure off Mexico. Oh, because I did conclude that part of the energy was traveling downwards into Mexico. It looks like finally they're regaining some balance as well as the West Coast. Let's move on to other parts of the world. I told you guys to watch in this Indonesia area for a larger earthquake, and it looks like one has taken place. A 5.5 in Kepulauan Talaud, Indonesia. I'm sure I just butchered that name. Okay, so let's move on. I told you guys to watch the Papua New Guinea area, which is here. Let's see how big these ones are, these green ones. Come on. 3.7, 4.2, so moderate. Then we have out to the east, 5.5. The New Britain region, 4.4. Now, okay, I haven't seen the map this far. I've checked very briefly the USA, but I'm assuming that this area has a lot of activity right now. Let's move right here, and it doesn't. It doesn't. How weird is that? That's just how well the energy is dispersing today, and I don't know why. Maybe it's the moon or something. I have no idea. But this area had deep, big earthquakes, a lot of activity the other day, and now it has none, and that is just a little unusual to me. So I'm expecting more activity in this area. We can confirm that maybe with the next forecast or the one after that. We'll see what happens. This area has been very active, and I think what my conclusion is, look at that. That's crazy, isn't it? 3, all right there in the same spot. That's a little weird. Mid-Atlantic range, 5.4, 5.1, 5.4 again. And then there's that's 5.6, 5.1, 1, and 5.4. Did I, right? Am I saying that right? And then a 4.6. It's unusual to see stronger earthquakes all right there in the same exact location. How deep are these? Depending on the depth, you might expect it to travel different places. Let's just look. 10 kilometers, not very deep. Okay, we're not going to check all of them. I think that this energy came from the grease swarm that has been happening, and I think the energy is kind of flowing out here. That's log distance, isn't it? No, actually, I'm sorry. Actually, when you're looking at it from a world point of view, it's not that far of a distance. Well, maybe not. We'll see. This energy might feed into the Greece earthquakes that they've been having. And I shouldn't say Greece. Is it even Greece? Yes, it actually is Greece. Yeah, so out here is still Greece territory. Lots of stronger, bigger earthquakes and aftershocks. Nothing is orange today, but it has been orange in the last few weeks. I think there's been some activity somewhere along here too. Not recently, I guess. So it looks like the energy that was here has definitely just shifted over here. We have 1, 2, 3 earthquakes in the area that are bigger. It's just kind of shifted So I expect it to continue to shift to Russia, Alaska, Canada, and then the USA. Of course, it gets smaller as it shifts the seismic potential. So I would not doubt if we saw maybe an earthquake in here, a smaller earthquake. So, and you've got to wonder, everything has been so silent for 3 weeks. What happens when things do receive energy again? You would think it's a good sign.